there. So this is a little behind the scenes footage for you because I know you guys really enjoy that. At least that's the messages that I mostly get. So I wanted to take the time to film a little bit of the behind the scenes of my paper party. So I'm going to flip you around and show you some of what I have going on, and then we'll have some chit chat. Okay, so I spent like an hour-ish or more cutting all this designer series paper into 6x6 packs. I use this giant machine right here. This I got, I cannot remember the name of the company, but I'll link to it below this video. It's about a $500 cutter. So it's not for the faint of heart. It's only if you need to really mass cut. And I will say that it is the replacement of the first one. So I ordered one. It was not cutting correctly. And so I let them know. They were really good about it. After a lot of emailing, I was able to send the old one back and they sent me this one and it works perfect. So I don't know if that was a random coincidence with me or if that's the scenario with everybody, but anyway, that's that. So over here, I have stuff started for my club, and that's kind of just sitting here because it's not going to be quite as much stuff to deal with. The paper party is going to be massive and I have to get all this stuff done. So what I'm doing today, when I'm filming, this is Saturday, is now I'm at the point where I'm labeling. So let's sit down and do some labeling and I will talk you through what I'm doing. All right, so after I cut everything, and the way I cut it is I cut it so that it's still in its plastic and it still has its little cardboardy piece on the back. You can see that here. So what I do is I remove the plastic and then I put it into a nice cello bag. Now, just in case somebody says, you know, that seems wasteful, why not just send it like in these? So let me show you. These are not a container. They're just, they've been cut and they're very like flimsy. So I do have to put it in a nice sturdy bag for my customers. I don't want them to get something that's chintzy and falling apart. So what I do is I put it into these 6x6 cello bags, and I will link to these bags below the video because I know somebody's going to ask me about that. And then I print these labels, and these labels go on every single pack of paper. And on the label is the name of the paper, the item number, how much it costs for a full pack of the paper. I have 6x6 sampler pack written on there just so that people know this is a sample. And then I have all of the colors that coordinate with this designer paper, and then my shopping link so that if anybody wants to go buy a full pack of this after they get it, they can. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to sit here and package these. I thought that I would explain my paper party to some of you because some people don't understand what it is. So as crafters or stampers, we love all the papers, all the pretty papers, all the pretty papers. And not everybody wants to just buy a full pack of all the paper. And this is another thing for me personally. Paper in a catalog is much different than paper in person. So I know some people sign up for my paper party because they want to get a sampler pack so that they can see if that's a paper they want to invest in to get a full pack. So like for my paper party, to get all 9 designer series papers plus the free celebration sample papers, so 12 papers total, cost $55. Well, if you were to buy every pack of that paper, 9 times 11, it would be like 105, something like that. Plus you wouldn't get, well, you would get 2 celebration papers if you wanted to. So this is just a way for people to get all the paper, to be able to look at it at a much more affordable price first of all. And second of all, it gives them a chance to see if it's something they really want, like if the paper is something they really want before they commit to purchasing a big pack of it. So that's what I have happening today. Today is Saturday when I'm filming this. I normally try not to work on the weekends, but my husband is working today. And I thought, well, I'm gonna go work because I've got all of this paper to pack and get sent out. And my helper, Miss Deborah, is working on die cutting because my paper parties aren't just paper. So we include a kit for every single paper except celebration paper. We don't have a kit for that. So there's 9 card kits total. And they get to make, my paper party people get to make a card that coordinates with each designer paper. And I do a video and a PDF, and we have like a whole fun day thing scheduled, and it's a lot of fun. So I have a Facebook group or whatever. So it's really kind of more like an event versus just here's all your different types of paper and calling it a day. I have a lot of people that sign up. And if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but it's closed. You can't sign up for it, but you can sign up for my next one, which will be in May, June, because we'll get a new catalog in May. So every time a new catalog releases, I do one of these parties. So 3 a year. And this one's obviously closed because I'm already packing for it. I do have openings in my club, and that is something else that I'm working on packing and doing all the things for. And that is, you can get in on that until January 20th. So anyway, story time. Let's chat about a little bit of what's going on in my life. So we have actually been, my daughter and I have actually been in quarantine because we did have an exposure to COVID. We are totally fine. We don't have COVID. Everybody's happy and healthy. So that's wonderful news to report. But we were exposed. So we're like on the last few days of quarantine right now. I think we have 3 or 4 more days. And so that's been interesting. Thank God for living in a small rural community because my postmaster has been bringing my mail to me every day. So because we live rural, we can't get mail delivered to our house. We actually have to go to the post office. Well, if you're in quarantine, you're not supposed to go to the post office. You're not supposed to go anywhere. So I've been having her do that for me, and I'm actually baking bread right now because I'm going to give her a loaf of bread. And so I have that going in the house. I'll have to show it to you guys. I'll show it to you when I go in because I'm going to have to go in here in a few minutes and take it out of the oven. But I've been baking bread because I want to give a few different people some loaves of bread. I just love making bread, and I got a new stand mixer. Some of you saw that. So it makes the whole process so much easier and faster. And so I have been doing that on the weekends. So it's kind of like my other creative outlet is baking. And so I've been doing that. And I know that once it warms up, like spring, late spring and summer come, I won't bake at all. So I only bake in like the winter or when it's chilly because otherwise it feels weird. Baking doesn't feel right any other time. So anyway, that's what I have going on. There's really nothing else happening. I know some of you, I want to address some of the comments. So some of you have reached out to me and said, we really miss story time. We really miss you like sitting and telling us about things that are going on or whatever. And the problem is I have nothing to tell you. Like, California's on lockdown. So, I mean, technically, actually, just as of like 2 days ago, now we can eat outside again, like, which nobody's going to do that because it's chilly and it's January. But my point is, like, we can't do the things that a lot of the other parts of the country are doing. So I have nothing new to tell you. Like, I haven't had friends over. I haven't gone over to friends' houses. I miss my best friend desperately. She lives in Sacramento and she might come visit in another week. But it's just hard. And so I just don't have anything, like, there's nothing new to tell you. I don't, my chickens are laying wonderfully. That has started recently. We had about 4 chickens that hadn't started laying eggs yet because they were too young, and they've started laying eggs. So that's been fun because some of them lay green eggs, and we now have, I think we have 13 chickens, maybe 12. I think 13. Anyways, and so that's been a lot of fun. The shell is green, so I'll show you that too when I go in the house. So that's been fun, but literally, like, that's my excitement. That's my big exciting story to tell you, is that I have chickens laying green eggs. Yeah. So anyway, just working, guys. I'm just working, doing the normal house stuff. My daughter hasn't been even getting to go to school 1 day a week because she's in quarantine with me. So hopefully she'll get to go back to school soon and we can resume some semblance of normalcy, even though it's still not normal. And I'm really looking forward to doing some stuff, so I have something to tell you and show you. Besides, like, I don't know what to tell you. My sister actually recommended that I tell you some stories from she said, from the past, like things that we've done or from our childhood or whatever. Because I was telling her about this dilemma, and I'm like, people keep emailing me and messaging me and saying we missed story time, but I literally have nothing to tell them. And she was like, tell them some old stories. And I was like, well, that could work. So I'll have to think up some stuff. But anyway, I hadn't checked in a while. I wanted to kind of show you some behind the scenes with my paper party. I want to show you my bread and my new chicken eggs and stuff like that. And if you have any questions or suggestions for videos, like what you want to see, what you want to know about, drop me a comment and let me know, because I don't know. All right, I will chat with you in a second. I got to go in the house and get my bread out of the oven. Okay, so Truvy wants to go inside too. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. It's beeping. That means I was in the office too long. Hopefully, oh, look how beautiful. Woo! Hold on, guys. I gotta set you down. Let's see. Hopefully I did not burn this. It is a little bit more brown than normal, but look at that. Oh. How beautiful is that bread? So now I gotta just get it to the cooling rack. And then here's the eggs. Look at this. The eggs are going crazy. Here's my green eggs. This is a new chicken that's laying. For whatever reason, the younger chickens, when they first start laying, their eggs are lighter, and then they get darker as they age. It's interesting. But we do have a chicken that lays like almost white eggs, so this could be hers. Now, they look kind of gross, but here's the thing. When you have chickens, if you want to be able to leave your eggs on the counter, you have to leave them dirty. Once you wash them, you have to refrigerate them. So this is on my list of things to make today. This is from the Pioneer Woman. I love her cookbooks. I just ordered another one with some of my Christmas money. So I'm gonna make this today and maybe have it for lunch. Doesn't that look gorgeous and yummy? And this is the mess. This is the chicken bowl. So all the scraps and junk that I can put in here, I put in here, and then I dump it out for the chickens. And then this is my mess that still has to be cleaned up. And I've got some ground beef thawing because I'm going to make taco soup for dinner tonight, and that's it. That's what I have happening. Okay, so this is what it looks like when I am packaging for my paper party. It kind of goes in stages. So all of these, I didn't film, but all of these papers were stacked individually, like all of the sand and sea paper was stacked together. So I have to go through and grab one of each, and then I make piles, and then everybody gets a packet of envelopes and card bases, and I keep them all the same color just for easeability, because it would be too time consuming to have to cut several colors. So yeah, so here's where they're all stacked with these. They're ready to package, and then I package them. They get a thank you card, and everybody's getting this little gift from me. I'll show you this. So this gets included also, and several of the cards I made use these, so that will be fun for them as a little gift. And so once I get them all packaged up, then I have to start going and creating shipping labels and figuring out how many of them purchased just this and how many purchased this with the stamp sets, plus some people who ordered the big bundle got free celebration items. So all of that still has to happen. So what I'm going to do now, because I am kind of running out of space to stack, I'm going to work on finishing up packaging these and see if I can get all of these packaged and stacked, and then I'll be able to start labeling. So I'm going to show you a little of that process, and then I'll show you the next process after that. Okay, so this next part I can't really show you because it has my customer's private information, but basically I put a folder together and I have it separated into people who got a regular paper party experience and the ultimate paper party experience. And I'll kind of show you, I'll go over and show you what that means. But now I have to sit here at my computer and print all the postage. So the way I do it is I do it in batches. I do all the ultimate paper party people first, and I print all their postage first because their postage is a different price. They don't get, like, the charge is the same, but basically I pay more for postage because they have to have a bigger box. And then the people who ordered the regular experience, which is still amazing, they have a different set of postage. So I just batch it. I do all one kind first and then all the other kind second. So I'm going to take you over to my table and show you all the extra stuff. Okay, so people who ordered the ultimate experience will get a paper packet. So these are the basic paper packet. This is what those that ordered the basic experience will receive. They also are receiving 3 celebration papers in here that are a surprise to them, so they don't know about that. So they're actually getting 12 designer series papers, the free gift, a thank you note, and the card bases, the card kits, the PDF, the video, the whole thing for $55. So every paper party experience is a different price because it depends on how much paper is included. So, if the paper, like for the annual catalog, it's always more expensive because there's a lot of paper. So this one's a little cheaper because there's only 9 papers that I had to pay for, and the other 3 that I'm providing were free to me. So I didn't charge for those. So the ultimate experience will get this, and then they will get all the add-on stamp sets, bundles. So they're getting the In Bloom bundle, They'll get both of those. The Happy Thoughts stamp set, which is like my favorite sentiment set. It's so good. So good. And then they'll also get the Oval Occasions because I think a lot of people love this punch. I know I love this punch. And the sentiments in this are so good. So, the people that order the Ultimate are getting all of these. It was $155, but they also get to choose 3 free celebration items. So when it's time for me to actually pack these, I will show some of that process. But over here is where I will be sitting for the next however long. And I use stamps.com, and I'll be printing my postage to put on these boxes. So these are medium flat rate boxes from the post office. They're free from the post office. The shipping is pretty expensive on these, but it's the only thing I could use that would be able to ship all of this stuff plus their celebration items. And you can put up to 70 pounds in this box, and the postage amount doesn't change. So yay. All right, I'm gonna go sit down and print postage. We're getting there. Woohoo! Okay, it's the next day. I completely neglected to show you me actually packing them to ship, mostly because I was afraid I would accidentally reveal somebody's address, and that would be no bueno. So look at my open space. Now we have to pack club stuff. This is the last of the packages that have to go to the post office for the paper party. That's not true. I actually have a few right here that still have to be packed, but I'm waiting for a product that still hasn't come. So get that in the mail hopefully Tuesday. So all of this is getting wrapped up, and I don't know why I'm giving you days of the week, because when you watch this, it will have no context. But anyway, that's what's happening. And now I'm going to start working on club stuff. So these are my giveaways for club this month. So I need to do my Facebook Live giveaway. And then these are the project kits that Miss Deborah packed for me, full of good stuff. And we've got their boxes down here, and their gifts in here. They're getting the black matte dots and this gorgeous ribbon. Lots of fun stuff. Oh, and foil paper. And they all are going to get a pack of this. So today I'm going to line up all my club stuff here on this cardenza. And I'm going to start packing it and getting it ready to ship. Paper party done. Now it's on to the club. Guys, I've been in here a long time and I did all this packaging. So this is my monthly club. They get card kits or project kits, some free gifts, some embellishments, different random things. I put them in these cool cello bags. I try to label them every month. There have been months I have forgotten to do so. And then they get like the front sheet that has their exclusive video information on it. And then they get a PDF and a video emailed to them. So there are some here, there's some here, here. So I'm just gonna start working on packaging up to ship. And I ship my, what do you call those? Club packets in these boxes. And unless they added on product, and then I ship it in a flat rate. But these are great boxes I got from Uline. And I don't really remember the item number or anything. So if you ask, I probably don't have the answer. When I go to reorder them, I'll be able to share. Anyways, so I've got some all put together here, and that's going to be my next step. But for now, I'm going to take a break and enjoy Saturday.